Hi guys, welcome to the True Colors podcast. If you are new here, thank you for coming in. If you are a repeated viewer, I love you. And if nobody's told you today, I love you. Let's get that straight. I am recently very much sober, and I just want to talk on that and talk about how good I feel and talk about just little things that I went through when I was partaking in things. I've never really been into drugs and stuff like that. Very big into the EDM community, and that's huge in the EDM community. And after recently becoming sober and realizing when I go out in public, especially at EDM concerts, I get so annoyed by everybody that is there that is just so messed up and very unaware of their surroundings, very unaware of themselves and everything. I don't ever judge somebody for the way that they ease their mind and everything like that, but there's a fine line between making it a very bad habit and being addicted. And I feel like a lot of people don't notice that they are addicted to something, or if they're doing it every weekend, it's like something to take the edge off from the big weekday or work week. There are so many other healthier options that you can partake in to ease your stress and ease your mind other than what you are doing. And I didn't realize that for a while, and it became really hard for me. I would drink every weekend, and every time I would go to a concert, I would be drinking for sure, because I am just naturally a nervous person and I don't like being touched. I get very overstimulated in big crowds. And when I would go to these concerts and stuff like that, I would just drink to take the edge off and to be more comfortable to be in these crowds and do these things and to be more loose. And it quickly becomes a habit, especially when you are down or feeling emotional and stuff like that. It's way easier to go and have a drink than it is to go work out and do something healthy for yourself, or go have a nice day in the park. You'd rather pick up a drink any day. And yeah, it's so much harder to do the healthier thing. And that's just how our brains are wired. We're wired to go towards what's easy rather than do something that's more difficult for us, that might be even more healthier for us. And that's the sad truth. But once you push yourself out of that headspace and the headspace of picking up a certain substance in order to feel better or to ease the stress of whatever you're going through, you're going to realize that there's so many better options out there. And whether it be because you have social anxiety or because you are stressed and you're trying to calm down, don't make it a habit to do these substances when you are feeling that way, because it quickly turns into an addiction, and lots of people don't even realize that they're addicted to these substances. I really want to talk about this because I am a big member in the EDM community, and I've noticed a lot of people, friends, people I surrounded myself with that would just get way too messed up at these events, or even just acquaintances, people that I don't even know. I'm so aware of everything when I'm not drinking. And even when I was drinking, I was also aware, but it kind of makes you not even worried about it. But when you go to these events sober, you're like, whoa, it really hits you how messed up people get at these events. And it's really sad. Even if not at EDM events, even in public, if you go to a bar, people are so messed up. And once you get sober, I even stopped smoking, which is crazy to me. I smoked every single day for the past 10 years of my life, every single day. And I recently quit about 3 months ago, and I feel so much. My head is just so clear. I feel I have really bad ADHD, so it's easier for me to focus on things, and I don't have to stop every freaking hour or two of the day to go smoke and have a little break. And it's not my immediate thing I gravitate towards when I'm feeling stressed. And now I can choose healthier options for myself, and it feels so much better. I feel so much relief. And I feel just I spend less money. It's crazy. And I've never been really huge into going to the bar or stuff like that, but I know lots of people are, and like that's their fun way to get out of the real world and stuff like that. But there's so many other fun things to do. Like I like to go to the park, I like to skate, I like to do little things that are healthier for me, even though it's the harder outlet to gravitate towards. It's so much better for you in the long run. And I was so sick of going out and the next morning, say I was drinking on a night out, and the next morning I'd be like embarrassed, or I'd be like, oh my God, what did I do? You know, like there was always something that like I felt embarrassed about because I would act like a complete idiot when I was drinking. And not even that, but like when you're drinking, you don't act out of how you really are. So you will wake up the next day with like the scaries and be like, oh my God, like what happened last night? Or look back at videos and be like, oh my God, like why was I acting like that? Like there's none of that for me anymore. And I feel so grateful for that. And even, I don't even have the urge to drink or smoke. It feels really weird. I never really partook in harder drugs than that. I like mushies and stuff like that because it helps you reach your higher potential, for me, for sure. But I haven't done it in a while either because I just don't feel really like the need to unless I have something spiritual that I'm trying to reach in life or trying to figure something out about myself, like have a little ego death or something. I am all for the more natural product, and that's why I smoked for so long. But now that I realize like how much it affects people, I worked really hard even when I was smoking. I wasn't lazy or anything, but I would find myself like doom scrolling and getting distracted very easily and stuff like that. So I knew I had to stop. And it was kind of like an unwilling stop because I just didn't have any, and I had really bad nightmares for a while, but now I feel better. But I feel like it's totally out of my system and I don't care to pick it back up again. It's just really weird because I never saw myself stopping or anything like that. And now that I did, I felt like for a while like I was losing a part of myself as well, because like that had been a big part of my life for so long. And if you're like constantly drinking and stuff like that, you understand what I'm coming from. Or I've dated people that have had really bad addictions with certain things, and I don't agree with it, so it would be hidden from me and things like that. And I see how bad it tears down individuals and how I've have someone very close to me in my life that it's ruining their life. And seeing stuff like that and understanding how much substances can affect you and how quickly it can turn into a downward spiral makes you realize like, hey, like I don't want that for my life at all. And no matter how much you try to help somebody that is going through something, until they realize for themselves and want it for themselves, they're not going to change or see anything wrong with it, and that's okay. You need to accept the fact that other people might not see what you see and stop clinging on to that and stop trying to change people. But my reason for like coming out and talking about this is to show you guys that it's not easy to stop these things, but it makes your life so much better. And it makes you realize like a lot about yourself. And like I found friends that like are actually sober as well, and it's really nice to find people like this because I've surrounded myself with people that were constantly drinking, or like it makes you feel like you need to, or they would like kind of not force me to drink, but they'd be like, why don't you get drunk tonight, like blah 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 blah. And when you're around people that are like that, it's like really hard to not do it as well. Now that I have surrounded myself with people that don't, it's really easy for me to just say no nowadays. Like, yeah, it might be tempting once in a while when I feel nervous out in public and stuff like that. And I do have a drink once in a while. I think the last one I had was like a month ago, and I had a shot, and that was it. And I felt like crap afterwards. I was so done with feeling really shitty the morning after and feeling like I couldn't do what I wanted to do the morning after because I felt crappy. And I am very motivated to like get my stuff done do what I need to do. And when you are drinking, you are not going to be able to do exactly what you want to do in life, because you're going to be hungover, you're going to be feeling like crap, you're going to have anxiety, that's the worst, and all this stuff. And there's so many like negatives to it, no matter what substance you're taking. Like, realize how much it can tear you down as a human, and you are so much better without it anyways. It's not even like needed. And once you like take a step back and stop for a while, you won't even want to touch it. It's crazy. But yeah, I think I realized like how many people were just so messed up at these concerts and stuff, and I was like, I cannot do this crap anymore. And I kind of took a step back from going to EDM concerts, because now I just get kind of annoyed, because everybody's like literally so messed up and it's so normalized. And I hate that. And I hate that people are like, oh, this is like my getaway. Like, to be getting messed up at this concert. Like, you can get away without taking all these substances. And it's so much better when you're not. Like, I'm never going to judge anybody for doing what they need to do to get out of the headspace they're in, because everybody copes in different ways. But I am trying to say that there are so many ways that you can heal yourself without substances, and so much more fun to have without it. I know you want to get all loosey-goosey and stuff like that, but there's so many other ways. And when you're in a good headspace and sober, things are just so much better. You remember the next day. You don't get embarrassed because you're not acting all silly. And yeah, I don't feel tired. I don't feel nothing. And when you start drinking, it's like, it's hard to stop. It's like you want another and another to get to this certain point of feeling like, and it was like, yeah, downward spiral. And I just love you guys so much. And I just love when people hold themselves to a higher standard. And it's hard for me to even be around. I hate the whole like crash out thing that's going on right now, and people just like getting really messed up all the time. It's just like not really me, and I was sick of surrounding myself with people that were doing it all the time. So I don't know, I just feel so much better. I love you guys so much. I hope that you are able to go through things and come out on top, and never be afraid to show that you're struggling to people. Never be afraid to reach out if you are struggling with something, and it's okay if you are, because everybody goes through things. I went through a lot, like with substances and just drinking and smoking and stuff, but people have tried to like literally not put stuff down my throat, but they're like, why don't you try it? Why don't you try it? And I'm like, I don't want to, but they're like, oh, it's so much fun and stuff like that. And they're like, do you want it? And do you know how annoying it is to be in a crowd of people that are just all messed up, and they keep asking you repeatedly if you want this substance, because they keep forgetting because they're so messed up? So if you are like trying to get away from this part of your life or trying to get sober, make sure you surround yourself with people that don't forget that you are trying to get sober as well, and also help push you towards that part of your life. Don't surround yourself with people that are also partaking in these substances, because it's going to be bad for you. I love you guys, and I know how hard it is to not surround yourself with people like that, but you got to do what's best for you at the end of the day. Thanks for tuning into the True Colors podcast. I love you so much.